Hey, we back! I'm here with more OwoBot, and today we're doing a video on all of those little extra commands, because there are a lot of little extra commands, and I'm referring to the ones that are created by patrons. I believe it's Mythic level Patreon. Lets you create your own command and add it to the bot. If you want information on Patreon, I have a video about that. And they are not apparent when you are using the bot. It's not obvious where they come from, or how to find them, because they are not in the help message. We can check this in OO help. This has stayed the same for a long time. The only thing that ever gets added to this is basically meme generation, emotes, and actions. I've not seen anything else added to this in a long time. Potentially something like Bell was added reasonably recently. I don't remember seeing that before, but I'm not sure. Anyway, for the most part, this stays the same, but there was a lot of Mythic Patreons making commands, so where are they? Well, you may have seen them be used before. I'll have an example here. For example, OwoPup. We've picked up one puppy. We've adopted one puppy in total. As you can see, this is not a command that I use often because I generally ignore these little extra commands. They don't do anything. They don't help you in the bot, so it's up to you whether you want to use them or not, but they are kind of cool. A lot of them have different effects. So for example, we can have a look at OwoPup here. Pick up one puppy. Each day you can only do this command one more time than the amount of times you did it the day before. So I've done it one time today. Tomorrow I can do it 2, the next day 3, and so on. And then each time I will be picking up a various amount of puppies. Right, so there you go. Very cool. Eventually I will have so many puppies and then it starts being a flex, the same as the leaderboards, but unfortunately there is no leaderboards for these minor commands, so you can't really use them for anything like that. All the same, it would be pretty good flex if you had a lot of them, and then you could demonstrate that to other people and it would be pretty good. But like I said, they're kind of difficult to find out about, because unless you know the name of it, you can't type the command, you can't use the help command, and they don't appear here. So where do you find out about them? Well, I have a solution for you, because if we go down to the official OwoBot server, there is a tag for them. Collectibles. They all have different effects, and you can check their help messages to find out more. Some of them have little interactions, as you can see by the little numbers up here. It's used to interact with Alistair, it's used to interact with Baby Yoda, and etc. Some of them are pretty fancy, so for example Sammy here can only be received by the creator of this command. No one else can give one. Kind of interesting. And then we've got all these other Patreon related commands that are also listed here, and they all have different effects as well. The one that is probably used the most is Army. As far as I'm aware, that was maybe the first Patreon added command. I'm not entirely sure on that, but it was certainly one of the earlier ones. I saw Army being used a long time ago, so that's cool. But these are consistently being added onto the bot and kind of going unnoticed, because they're not put on the help message. They don't actually change anything. But yeah, there you go. There's a whole list of them if you give it a search, and some of them are pretty cool. We can have a look at their help messages and discover what all of them do, and I can tell you what all the cool ones are, but I think a lot of the fun of this is finding out for yourself, just putting all these random commands in and discovering what mystical things they might do. Most of them do give you something to collect, and then you can use that as a flex on everyone else, and some of them are very similar as well. There are clearly some shared ideas here, people doing very much the same things as each other. But it's still cool. I very much enjoy it, and some of these commands get a lot of use. For example, pup. You've probably seen pup before. Someone's probably used it before in a server that you're in, because it's a reasonably well used command despite not actually doing anything. One thing to consider though is that luck, for instance, also doesn't do anything. Praying and cursing is in essence the same thing as using these commands. The only difference is that has an official leaderboard and these don't. So yeah, anyway, that's all I have to say to you today. I was just letting you know that these commands exist. I do think they should get some more attention, because most people don't know about them, and certainly don't know about all of them. But there is this very nice list here and you can go and explore. So anyway, I'll leave this one here. Bye!